What's up, Universe? It's Joaquin to you, back at it again with another episode of Miss Universe Philippines 2023 All Access. It's another day of trainings and workshops, and here at Miss Universe Philippines, we want to bring out the best in our queens on and off the stage. Today, we had media training with Director of Communications Walter Tayag and a pageant fan favorite, Miss Diane Castillejo. I'm with Prey from Bulacan who just finished our first media training seminar. So tell me what your thought process is when you do interviews. Are you confident? Do you struggle a bit with public speaking?
What I usually do is that I speak from the heart. So what I really want to deliver to the people, I say it directly. But of course, I'm confident, but at the same time, I still have a lot of things to improve on also.
Of course, I think every queen has something to improve on. And speaking on that, what is something you feel like after watching the seminar that you're excited to work on? It's something that you're excited to change.
My key takeaway from this seminar is that I really need to stick to my core, that no matter what kind of comments that I receive or maybe the external pressure from other people, what matters most is that I know who I am, and that is something that I need to show to the people. So I will come up someone as very authentic.
I'm with Kimberlyn from Isabela. Now let's ask her what's going through her mind after finishing her first day of media training with Miss Universe Philippines. Now Kimberlyn, as you know, being a beauty queen means you have to be an effective communicator. What do you think are the traits and characteristics it takes to be one?
To be a beauty queen, it means that you're able to talk, that you are a good communicator. And with that being said, I think that a beauty queen should always be sure on what she is trying to say to make people really think that what she is saying is true and is correct.
That's a great answer. But as we know, beauty queens really aren't perfect and they do struggle at times. So I want to ask you, what are your struggles and experiences you've had where you've had trouble public speaking or talking in interviews?
Well, I have been a teacher now for a couple of years, and something that I'm really struggling with is the way I speak, the way I really emphasize every word, just like I mentioned earlier. As a teacher, you have to really discuss every single word that you're trying to say for your student to fully understand. And I think I've somehow brought that into this competition, which is I actually think is not good. Kasi diba, to be a beauty queen, you have to answer quick. 30 seconds and 1 minute lang. So that is really something that I'm struggling with and I am working on.
That's great. And I know you're going to work on it. What are you most excited to take away from our talk, kanina?
I'm really excited to be more confident. I've learned a lot from our talk earlier, and I realized and I learned that it doesn't matter what other people says. As long as you're confident, as long as you're happy with how you portray yourself, you're all good.
I'm honored to be here with our speaker of the hour, Miss Diane Castillejo. Miss Diane, it's really an honor to have you here with us, and I'm sure the girls are very lucky to have heard from you. Now, what I noticed kanina about your talk, the way you approach media training was full of personal anecdotes and awesome insider stories. Now, I want to ask you, how do you think this will help our girls handle media in and out of the country?
Well, I think that just sharing actual scenarios will help them visualize, give them some tips on how they can answer, how they can be, aside from getting the basic tips about talking to media, right? So I just felt like I wanted to share like how it actually is and what the media is looking for from our point of view that can maybe help them in their interaction both with local media and international media. So I think I was very happy that they were I think they were really listening and locked in and had a lot of questions. So I think that's very good.
Yeah, I agree. I think after this talk, the girls are way more equipped than they were. So thank you so much. And I do want to ask one last question. If you were a judge for Miss Universe Philippines, what would you be looking for in a delegate?
Well, for sure, radiance, confidence, very magnetic personality, a girl who has purpose, beautiful of course, from the inside out, and someone who walks tall and who loves God, loves her country, loves herself.
So I think you just described yourself, actually. I think you could win. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time today. We're very lucky to have you. I'm with Arlene Tongko, the General Manager of Crimson Filinvest City Manila. Thank you so much for having us on behalf of our Miss Universe Philippines family.
It's our pleasure to have you here. Thank you also.
Now being the general manager, I'm sure you've had to deal with a lot of different people on a daily basis and different personalities. On that note, I'd like to ask, what advice can you give our delegates on how to handle a variety of people that they might encounter throughout their journey?
Well, they have to remember that they cannot choose what type of personalities you're going to meet along the way. Okay, but meeting diverse personalities and cultures make their journey more exciting. Okay, so they just have to capitalize on their strengths because each individual has their own strengths and limitations. And of course, we are all unique. I think that's a good thing.
It's an amazing answer, and I think we have a future candidate for Miss Universe right here. Thank you so much. We're very thankful for you
Thank
at
you.
Miss Universe Philippines. Our delegates just finished their autism sensitivity training with Autism Philippines with the Chair Emerita, Miss Danko. Thank you so much. I'm sure the girls really appreciated you coming in today.
And I enjoy meeting them. Feeling ko Miss Universe candidate din ako.
Now here's your Miss Universe Q&A moment. I have a very important question to ask. How do you think aspiring beauty queens can help end the stigma on autism in the Philippines?
Well, I think first they had to prepare. Okay, and preparing meaning they have to be educated themselves on what autism is and maybe other conditions. No? And so with that, they can start educating people on how to accept, accommodate, and appreciate people on the spectrum. So if they have it, it's easier to really stand up on the Miss You platform.
That's beautiful because I feel like a true beauty queen is someone who advocates for everyone despite whether they're on the spectrum or not. So that's really amazing and something I hope everyone at home takes note. Is there anything you want to share with the audience about any events coming up or any campaigns?
This is actually historical because this is the first time that we, Autism Society Philippines, will be partnering with the Miss Universe Philippines for our annual Angels Walk for Autism on April 16 at the SMX Convention Center near in Mall of Asia. No? So as early as 7 a.m. be there. Then
We're gonna see you out on the streets for the Angel Walk. See you guys. Thank you so much again.
Thank you.
At Miss Universe Philippines, we just finished our Autism Sensitivity Seminar and I'm now with Michelle D, someone who has this cause very close to her heart. Now Michelle, I want to ask you, how does it feel knowing that Miss Universe Philippines is partnering with something that's very important to you?
Well, first of all, I'm so grateful that Autism Society Philippines has partnered up with Miss Universe Philippines. This is something that I was actually working on after I won first runner-up last year. So I've been working with Autism Society Philippines since 2019, since my first pageant. I brought it on the global stage, and now we're able to utilize this amazing platform, which is Miss Universe Philippines. And I think it's such a great step forward because we all know what the power of social media can do, what the power of this platform can do, and I'm just so happy that we'll be able to spread more awareness on the topic. I have two autistic brothers, one older and one younger, so I know firsthand the difficulties a lot of families are facing here in the Philippines regarding autism awareness, and I think this will just start a great conversation for government officials or any sector that can be involved, and I'm sure it also helps the other candidates here to just know more about everybody that's suffering with it.
That's amazing, and that's something that should really be talked about more.
Yes.
I want to ask you for your last question. When you can imagine Philippines in the future, how do you think autism fits into that, and what do you hope that the stigma would be?
Honestly, I just hope that we treat individuals on the spectrum with more respect. We can eradicate bullying and just be more socially aware about the conditions that they're facing because a lot of them don't have a voice. We have, if the statistics before was at 50 per hour and then now it's at 500, so the statistics are actually going up. And I think it's about time that we really just take care of our actions and be more aware because there's so much that we can do. We don't have to be involved in advocacies, but we just have to be more compassionate and understanding and just be full of love for everybody that not only is on the spectrum but people with Down syndrome or people with special disabilities. I think moving forward, I really hope that we live in a more inclusive country or the world or the universe rather.
Yeah, I love that, and I think everyone watching at home, we can really all do our own little part to
Yes.
making the world a better place. So thank you so much, Michelle. Good luck.
Thank you, and I just wanted to say thank you so much to Autism Society Philippines for just such an amazing day.
I'm here with Rain from Sorsogon, who just finished her autism sensitivity training with Miss Universe Philippines. Now, Rain, I want to ask you, you've had a whole day talking about advocacies and social issues. What is something that is very close to your heart that you want to bring to the national stage?
I can actually relate to the talk earlier because personally, I have a brother who has autism, although he's still very young. And I agree to what Miss Danko said earlier that it's easier to judge a person by its cover, but we really should be more compassionate and understanding because not everything that we see is what's actually just there. It's just a tip of an iceberg. So compassion and understanding really goes a long way. And I do hope that a lot of Filipinos and hopefully the entire world will soon understand that we should be more inclusive and non-judgmental of everyone.
That was really beautifully put. Now I want to ask you if you could say anything to our viewers watching at home who may be experiencing bullying or exclusion, what would you say to them?
Well, it's true that we are living in a harsh world nowadays and people can say really mean things about you, but we should focus on those people who really are important in our lives, for example, our parents and our family and friends, because at the end of the day, they will always want the best for you. So we should only listen to those kind and loving words that they say to us. And never mind the bashers.
And there you have it, you guys. That's another episode down, which means the journey to the crown is getting closer and closer. I know we've been having an amazing time together coming behind the scenes on everything Miss Universe Philippines. That's why don't forget to stay tuned on their official pages for more content. Once again, this is Joaquin to you, and it's my pleasure to be with you for Miss Universe Philippines 2023 All Access. See you guys next time.
Ang maling paggamit ng salitang autistic bilang